Let's face it, we're both stereotypes. I'm a YouTuber. The stereotype about a YouTuber is what? We're vain. We're conceited. We think we know it all. What's the stereotype about people who watch YouTube videos is actually that they're insecure and that sort of thing. Low self-esteem. Those are the stereotypes that I've seen on both sides, just reading comments and that sort of thing. Is that a... Hang on. Sorry, Sure enough, here's some comments to prove exactly what I'm saying. Based all on the same video that I made yesterday. Check this out. I made a video yesterday, 24 hours ago, called Hair Loss. I don't give an expletive about my hair loss. Does that make me vain? Here are 3 comments I got within hours, and they back up exactly what I'm saying. That people perceive YouTubers as conceited, know-it-alls, and that people who watch videos are insecure in themselves. That's the stereotype. I'm not saying that it's true or not, but I think it's important we explore this topic so we can understand ourselves and others better. Because this is a journey of hair loss, it's important to know our identity. That's why we need to explore this. It may be a little bit challenging, but we need to do this for the sake of the brotherhood of the hair loss. So our good friend and new subscriber, Torres N111, said, quote, "Dude, please start finasteride and minoxidil. You can bring your hair back," end quote. Next was Andrew Kelly, quote, "People's desire to dictate what you should do is more reflective of them than you," end quote. So you can already see those 2 back-to-back comments, they serve as a paradox, or they actually kind of resolve themselves, because one guy is saying you should take care of your hair loss, and the other guy is saying people who say that other people should take care of their hair loss are talking about themselves, not you. Let's close it up with Dan, our good friend Dan. Here's how he sums it up very nicely for me. Quote, "A lot of your subscribers lack confidence, Nick. I myself was one of those subscribers until earlier this year when I looked in the mirror and said to myself, just buzz it off. Just buzz off your remaining hair, Dan. Just do it and be happy and embrace this like a man." And that's what I did, and I continue to do so on a weekly basis, and I really look forward to buzzing it off. My confidence has grown as I have learned to accept it. Anyway, do what is right for you, Nick, end quote. So thank you, that sums it up. So we have one person who says you need to do something about your hair, you can grow your hair back. And then of course in the video itself I was saying I don't need hair, I've got confidence instead. I don't want to grow my hair back. Then we've got someone saying people who tell people what to do about their hair are only reflecting how they feel about themselves, not about other people. And then we've got proof of this when Dan says, I was insecure. So he's backing up the stereotype, saying he was insecure about his hair loss. He watched my videos, even if I'm conceited and vain and tell people what to do or come across as a know-it-all. Even if I am those things in that stereotype, he was converted. And now he's confident and he buzzes his hair off. So I just think this is interesting because we have to understand where we are. I'll be the first to say, if people say that that I come across as a know-it-all, that I'm conceited, that it's my way or the highway or all this stuff, that you can truly choose to be confident with or without hair loss, and that's the only way that I see it. If people want to think that about me, let it be. That's fine by me. Because as Robert pointed out in one of his comments the other day, he had said, but Nick, what if you're wrong? What if you think that your way is right, that you can overcome your hair loss from within with confidence, and some people will never have to use drugs or hair transplant to save their hair? What if you're wrong, Nick? And of course, you know my reply. I said, then what about all the people who on a daily basis respond to me and tell me that I have helped them through what I've said in my videos? And they've actually overcome hair loss, and now they're not worried about it. They've moved on with their life. They've accepted their new identity as the guy who's gonna lose his hair. So I've seen too much evidence in other people's lives. I've seen that this works for some people. Some people it never will. Some people, their identity is too attached to that. But I'm gonna say it. If you wanna say that I'm conceited, I'm conceited. You wanna say I'm a know-it-all, I'm a know-it-all. It's okay with me. I'd rather be that because it's helping people. The end result is that it's helping people. And why am I this way? Do you think in real life I go around talking the way I do, so direct to people? I am direct and honest, but just know this. What you see in these videos is an exaggerated version of who I am in real life. And the reason I am that version is because I have to cater to an audience who's the opposite of that. And I'm not saying everyone who watches my videos is insecure. I don't want you to ever think that I'm insulting you. I want you to identify as someone who's not confident because of your hair loss. And I don't think that's a stretch to say, because many of you tell me outright. You say, Nick, I'm noticing my hairline's changing, I'm starting to lose my hair, and it's really affecting my confidence. So if I say that my audience, there's a lot of people in my audience that are not confident, I'm only quoting what you're telling me about yourself. So I think it's safe to say, on an exaggerated scale, I'm conceited, I'm a know-it-all. But if I'm helping people who are admittedly insecure, then I'm probably a good match. Because I'm a guy who so doesn't care about his hair loss that I'm not trying to save it. So that's the yin and the yang, that's the balance, that's how this relationship works. So it's okay if I'm conceited, it's okay if you're insecure. We are embracing our identities. We're not looking down on each other for those things. It's okay. It's about accepting your identity.